welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series. And we are back in our Rosebush tribe, where our prayers have been answered, you guys. We made a call to the great Iskra, the goddess of outcasts and wanderers. We had our beautiful creature, Jabir, who I think is beautiful every single second, with his antenna and his devotion to calling to nichelings who need assistance, called out into the wilderness, and Lacoise came. She came to our aid to show probably she heard us calling and thought that it was possible that we would be a little bit safer for her with her deformed paw, since she can only do so much collecting and taking care of herself. She probably assumed that it might be a little bit safer staying in a tribe of creatures who seemed so nice. And now she is going to be the mate of a lot of our nichelings who currently need mates, like Arasil, who's all the way back here and apparently poisoned a bunny to death, and Sunstone, our great nicheling, who I really want to be like the start of like our peacock-tailed line because of his almost very vain and laid-back nature. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. I love this tribe so much. We only have 15 nichelings, and everyone's going to be passing away really soon. Sunstone only has a few days left. Jabir is going to be around for a little bit longer, but Riyadh is going to be around, but Retsu, Iskra's first child, is going to be passing away on this turn after we skip the day. But hopefully he'll have a little bit more time to stare out at the ocean, think about all the things that he's been able to accomplish. We might send some of his daughters down here to come spend time with him, since he's going to be sitting here on his own alone for a bit, and I don't want him to pass away alone. That's just sad. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get Lacoise over here and see if we can get them to have a baby. Sunstone has that peacock tail in his inactive traits, well, in his mutation menu, and I think she has bad eyesight, and the peacock tail is something we're gonna have to add in. But I'm trying to think, and we'll have to do something about her deformed paw. So I might forego doing something about the eyesight just in favor of the peacock tail. It is going to show up. That means when she does have babies with Arasil, because he has 3 days, Sunstone has 2 days, so she's gonna have she's basically gonna have a baby with Sunstone, and Sunstone's gonna end up passing away, and she's gonna move away and come up this way and have a baby with Arasil, and she might have her last 2 children with Arasil. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's just an idea, considering that Arasil has scorpion tail, and I'm pretty sure, let's check our mutation menu. No, we do have scorpion tail in our in this, so we might be able to do that. I'm not sure. I might forego both, actually, now that I think about it. We might put just peacock tail and scorpion tail in her mutation menu, just kind of as a toss-up to say that, oh well, we don't really know what's gonna happen, but I really want peacock tail, so we'll put peacock tail here for the first time, and then the next time when she has babies with Arasil, we'll just kind of figure it out. So we'll move Jade out of the nest. I think we're going to keep Lacoise's name. I don't know if we want to change it. I feel like they're going to consider her like a gift from the goddess, because she just came out of nowhere, or wave out of the ocean waves and up against the shore to them. So let's have her move over here. So I might just, I'm probably not going to put anything in the mutation menu outside of the tail, because we really want the tail, and I don't want to lose a spot if we have to add in scorpion tail next time. So let's have, she has bad fertility, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just try it. Okay, yay, woo, victory. Okay, I was super worried. And let's have Leo help Sunstone out with clearing away all of these crabbits that seem to be infesting our nests. And then Leo's gonna come over here and see if he can light up the way for Retsu's children. So Gonya And I don't think Thorn is able to come this way, But I think, yeah, Rose should be able to come down. Thorn is too young yet, but Gonya and Rose should be able to come down here and spend a little bit of time with their father on his last day. Dart, I think, would allow her daughters to go forth and do that, even though she doesn't have a chance to spend time with her family. Dart and Retsu have been together for a long time. He's been basically taking care of her since she was little, when she was tripping over her own tail, and now they have 3 beautiful daughters together, and he's gonna be leaving her. It's kind of sad, but hopefully this will actually be a good thing. We'll be able to start moving forward. So let's have Arasil come back this way, because he's gonna have to have a couple babies with Lacois in the next day too. So Azalea is going to be picking some of those berries just to take care of her family, since Solera and Jade are the youngest, and we have so many girls in this family. I think Kiro and Leo are the only boys that were born this generation. So way to go, Riyadh. He's the only one who's been able to have boys. Oh no. Oh, Retsu got a leech. Oh, that's so sad. No, we don't want him to get a leech. And then let's see. I think that's it. I think since there was a new creature just showed up, I think Jabir would give calling a rest a bit. I think he would just be happy that he was able to assist at least one creature. And I don't think we should change Lacois's name. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know down in the comments if you guys think we should change her name, now that she's probably going to be like a mother of many. So I think let's have Sunstone come over here so he can spend time with his babies and see what baby Lacois is going to have. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. She was just perfect. She was perfect to jump out of the waters. So let's skip the day. We had a boy. We had a boy. Okay, okay. I'm not freaking out. No, he has fluffy tail. He has stinky tail. No. But we did have a boy, which is good. We did need a boy, so I'm not too pressed. So, and he is actually a good mate for Jade. Okay, so that's actually not bad. Look at him, but he does have that deformed paw. So we did forego the adding in that deformed paw possibly. So hopefully we'll be able to work around this, but he does have nimble fingers, so I feel like that makes up for it. So let's see, what are we gonna name him? He just looks so cute. He's like a little squirrel. He's one of Sunstone's line, so we're probably gonna name him after a gemstone. Let's go with something interesting. No, I'm trying to get to my list. Getting to my list is hard. Let's see. You guys have given me a huge number of names for our niche name list, and so I always have to go through them and see if anything actually fits. So I'm probably going to all of my gemstone names that I got when we had started our Lazuli tribe. Let's see, we're going for greenish or yellowish names. Yellowish gems, pinkish gems, greenish gems. There we go. Let's see. I kind of like Peridot. Because of his eyes, we should name him Perry. So Peridot, and then his nickname's gonna be Perry. Oh, he's so cute. Little Peridot. Because of his green eyes. And then we have Jade because of her green eyes, and Peridot. That's actually pretty cute. So we're gonna have Sunstone sit over here with his babies and spend some time with them. Then we're gonna move, let's see, Lacois over here, Arasil over here. We'll add the Scorpion Tail into her mutation mutation menu. That's the word. And then we'll add, he has a good scorpion tail. What do we want? He also has antenna in here, which is good. I really want to keep with that, like that's chestnut brown and white. She has moss brown and chestnut brown. So I'm trying to make sure that we keep with that a little bit of that like pinkish theme, but I think the pink is kind of going away at this point since our red brown and our white fur only seem to be on some of our girls. And oh, they had to see Retsu pass away. He's just gone now. That's sad. Oh goodness. So we're gonna see if we can set this up. Lacois, I think I want, yeah, everything's fine with her. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that we can do, except for by adding in that scorpion tail, we really can't do much else. So let's have her try, and then have him try. There we go. And she'll be able to set up a nest right here. And Arisil will be able to clear out the area. Jabir will be up here. Let's see. Sunstone will help clear out the nests. Solera, I think, will start exploring. And Kiro and the babies. I think we're going to start sending them this way. I think start exploring out this way will be good for them. So let's have Rose and Leo lead the way. Because Leo's a little bit more adventurous. Rose takes after, she has a similar disposition to Amber when it comes to her being a little bit more cautious, but also very good at getting others to listen to her. So let's get Kiro to come this way. He's going to come hang out with his dad for a bit. Riyadh's going to show him how to crack nuts, kind of take care of the family a little bit since we were trying to make sure we keep up enough food. Jade, I think, will want to stick near her little brother and her father. Azalea has been our diligent little berry picker, so she's going to stick near the bush and kind of make sure all the babies get where they need to go. I think Azalea has a very motherly disposition. Dart, now that all of her children are old enough now to go dashing off into the wilderness, I think she is very ready to start getting back to her youth and start running around and doing whatever she wants. Her mate's gone, so she's still sad about that, but she's coming over to spend a little bit of time with her brothers and to kind of let them know that she's going to be taking the children off on their first big adventure, their first big traveling. And I think Jabir would recognize that that's actually necessary. He finally called, he did his duty by bringing in a new wanderer, brought them in from the cold, and now his family has the chance to start moving again. So I think everybody's going to start going in this general direction. We might set up here maybe as like and have like another generation before we move on to the next island. But these guys are so cute. I'm just super excited to see what genes we can pull in. And since Thorn has that great, amazing scorpion tail, and so does Rose, I don't think any of the traits are going to disappear in any time soon. So I'm just going to have Jabir. I don't think he can... No, we're just going to leave him up here and see what happens. Okay, so let's skip the day, you guys. Oh, Sunstone! Sunstone! Oh, I'm gonna miss him so much. He was such a beautiful character, but now he has 3 beautiful children who have are going to be very interesting. I think Jade and Solera are definitely going to be a lot like their father when it comes to relaxing, not necessarily wanting to do too much work, probably just going to pick up some berries and kind of relax and gossip a lot. I think these two are going to be really fast friends. Thorn, on the other hand, I think is going to be rushing off just like her mother off into the wilderness, and I think Dart is going to start clearing away some areas so everyone can start following them up into the new area, they might go towards that tree. I think that'll be the best place for them. And we have a new baby, Tavan Duke, who also has that deformed paw. But he's also a boy, which is, thank goodness. And he has a scorpion tail, so he didn't pick up that peacock tail, so that's good, really. And Arizil has 1 day left, so we're going to set her up right here, and they're going to try and have another baby. And she's just going to pick up these berries right here because he only has a couple days left, and we wanted to make sure we got some other children with maybe some slightly different genes who would be able to pass on that scorpion tail. And I think A and F, no, so he might be able to have some BBs with Gonia maybe. We just want to make sure we get like a good diversity of creatures so that even though we won't be able to have all of the genes that we need, like nothing's going to be perfect, but we do want to make sure that even though everything is kind of going to be a little bit up to chance, we do want to make sure we have a good mix of genes so we'll be able to at least continue some of our very distinct lines that we've established. So let's have Kiro start following his brother. These guys left their dad behind when it came to strength. He was supposed to be his mother Emerald's like warrior child, and he spent more of his time like picking up nuts than actually fighting. So it might be that Kiro and Leo might end up becoming the warriors that their grandmother wanted. And let's see, is there any? There's a bunny. That's why we were missing things. So we'll have Jade and Solera sit by and wait for Peridot. Perry is going to stick with them. Riyadh is going to just keep working on his tree, and then I think Jabir is going to do another call. I think the calls are actually impacted by how attractive a nicheling is. So if a nicheling is more attractive or has a higher attractiveness, then it's possible that they will be able to they're more likely to be able to pick up other wandering nichelings. So it might end up becoming maybe like the calling of Solera or Peridot or Jade or any of their babies who end up having that peacock tail to end up taking up the position that Jabir has now of calling out for wanderers. I think it would be a really cool challenge for us to include at least one wanderer per generation, which would actually be very helpful when it comes to genes. But I think it's a good way to kind of make sure Iskra's legacy stays alive, where we try and include new genes and new creatures every time. And which means we might end up having like derp snouts, deformed paws, but it's all in the essence of making sure that we keep with the meaning of Iskra's message, which was to always accept those, even regardless of what they look like and the possible traits that they have, because they're always valuable. Which is, I saw someone's comment last episode, and they were like, "This is so inspirational," and I'm like, I didn't really try for that, but that's kind of how it ended up being. So let's skip the day and see what baby Lacois is going to have. And we also got to name this one. Oh, I forgot about that. We're gonna have to name this little guy too. Okay, so I have to check my niche name list because I don't remember things. Let's go with, he doesn't have to be a gem, which is good. Let's go with something interesting. I like the name Seti because it means star according to our list. And I think Seti works particularly because Lacois was on her own for such a long time, and I think Seti would be considered, because he's the first baby that she's ever had, I think he would be considered like her North Star, the thing that led her to her salvation. I think that's a great way of looking at him. So Seti is going to be our cute little one who might end up having a few babies with scorpion tail. He does have webbed hind legs in his inactive traits, but we'll be okay if we get rid of some. We add that in, and we add in the deformed paw, and then we might put in, or we just don't even worry about it, because there's the likelihood of him passing that on is a little bit low, and I'm not too worried about it, honestly. So let's skip the day and see what other baby Lacois is going to give to us. No, Aerosol! Aerosol, he's gone! And we have another nicheling with a scorpion tail. Oh my gosh. And that deformed paw. So there we go. So we had a good trade-off, you guys. So we have Rogue here, who has that scorpion tail and short sight. Well, he has good eyesight and he has that deformed paw, but he does have that really cute pink coloring that his father had, or at least like a pale beige now. It's not as pink as it is on his aunties, Gonya and Rose, but nope, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. I think in honor of his father, I think we're gonna call him Arrow. So he's not going to be Aerosol, he's just going to be Arrow. So we have Seti, Arrow, and Peridot, which are our youngest nichelings, and they're all boys, thank goodness, because we were kind of running into that problem where you tend to have too much of one thing. So let's move, let's get Solera to pick up that nut. Gonya is gonna move this way and pick up nuts on her way. Peridot and Jade, I think, are going to be like joined at the hip. I think these two are going to be very close. Let's have Seti move this way. And I think Jabir is going to take a very big interest in this family because he was able to help bring Lacois into the tribe. So I think he's going to be assisting them a lot. F and C, they could also have a baby. So maybe once Jabir has, like, maybe when he's like in his final day, on his final day, maybe they might have a child or a bit, or she might just carry his child for a second. She might not have him now, but, or might not have the baby now, but might have it later. So let's see. We don't really need anything major. I think the antenna is something that I really want to pass down, but I think he's going to do that anyway. We'll bring in, let's see, let's get rid of that deformed paw, and then, yeah, he'll pass down the scorpion tail as well, just because that's part of his lineage. And then she already has stuff, and there we go. So he's just gonna watch over them as they start moving this way, and then we'll get everyone to start going into the grasses. Dart is always the first to go forward. Let's see. There are some bunnies this way, which I think Rose would smell. I don't know if she would try and let... There we go. So let's have, we move this way. There's so many bunnies. Let's have some of our other nichelings start moving this way. We're trying to see if we can corner any bunnies, but there's way too many of them. And yep. So Thorn is gonna meet up with her mother. We're not gonna be able to get to too many bunnies while we're working on this. Riyadh is gonna work on his tree. I think he's missing a few nuts. Let's have Azalea come over here. The bunnies are just running around us like we don't mean anything. And Kiro, there we go. So we have a few that we'll be able to pick off. So there's a bunny over here, bunny over here. There was a mole. There's a few bunnies over this way. So let's skip the day and see what we can do about picking up these bunnies. Thorn, you've gotten so old. So I heard it. it's there. So there's lots of bunnies, lots of places. So we're gonna have Kiro come over here. We'll have there we go. So we'll have Leo get sidetracked by some bunnies. Dart can work on that bunny. These two, that one's probably gonna pass away soon. Yeah, let's see. Oh my gosh, Leo got distracted by bunnies and now he's off in the weeds. So I think Gonya is gonna come over here and help him out a little bit. These guys are old enough now. So Jade, Azalea, come over here and knock at this one. Peridot and Jade are gonna stick together. So we'll have these guys. No, let's see if Jabir can get it. Nope, he cannot. So he'll just pick berries off of his stump. And Seti will help start clearing the way for his mother. Solera and Jade will start moving this way. They'll clear out this area a tiny bit just because they know that they're going to have to start letting everyone else follow them. Rose. Let's see. Dart, what are you doing, love? There it is. There's a bunny. And there's another one. Get it, Thorn. This is just bunny central. So let's see. And Lacoise, I think, is going to come up here. I don't think she's gonna put another nest down. This is actually super close. I didn't realize how close this was. So we might end up being able to bring everyone over and put them all on this port. I'm not positive. We'd only be able to bring 10 nichelings, and I'm not sure if I want to give up any of them. That would be kind of upsetting. So let's skip the day and see if we can pick up all of this meat that's just lying around, and hopefully we'll be able to see if there are any places for them to start setting up families, or if we want to just leave, because it looks like everyone is really young and we would be able to do some traveling since we only have like one or two nichelings that are actually older. So I think Riyadh would probably stay here. So let's skip the day and see if we can pick up. We had 2 deaths. Who died? Oh my gosh, the bunny just killed over. Oh, that's funny. Riyadh passed away too. That's sad. So let's have Azalea come over here. Is there another bunny? No. So Azalea can help these guys start moving. Dart, I think, will start going over here to pick up some of that food. Kiro will clear away and start picking up some of these nuts. Rose. Let's see. Thorn, why are you out here all on your lonesome? Let's see if any of the other ones will be able to assist her. There's a bunny. I think Gonya and Leo were probably laughing at him being so lost just by trying to hunt for a bunny. And I think, no, they're too closely related. So let's have him go this way. And let's not forget their mom. Lacoise is going to just bring her babies with her. Azalea, now that all of her siblings are a little bit older, let's see, she'll be able to actually start working on them. Let's see, or at least not working on them, but actually start like going and doing whatever she wants, because she doesn't have to like take care of them all the time. So let's have, there we go. Begonia can come back this way. Come on, Gonya. we've been just doing some bunny hunting to pass the time while we were waiting for LaCoise and her babies to get on their way. Arrow is taking a little bit of longer time, but that's because he's younger and I think his mother would just be calling for him. Considering that, like, all of her children have deformed paws, I think LaCoise would recognize, or at least be trying to instill in them, that they can't wait. Not everyone's going to wait for them. They're not going to be able to ask everyone to take their time or any of that, so they're going to have to try and keep up. So she's just waiting for them a little bit, but they're still like, they still have to make sure that they keep up with the rest of the group. And I think that's 13 creatures. So LaCoise has 8 days. Leo has 13. I'm trying to think if how likely it is for all of them to be able to go on to the next island. Dart won't, so Dart will stay here. That'll leave us with 12. And then I guess that means we'd have to leave some people. I know LaCoise probably won't go. If she has her last baby over here, then she probably won't go. But that means we do need to take some of our boys. I'm gonna have to start pairing people off. Oh goodness, that's just sad. Our creatures are going to have to start, we're gonna have to start pairing up individuals to see who will be able to go to a new island, because it looks like there's only 10 spots. There's always only 10 spots, except when you're going to the whale island, there's 15. But with 10 spots, that means there's going to be 3 creatures that won't be able to go. So Dart is going to pass away before we have to go. And some of our other babies, we may end up having to just keep here. That might be Seti, and LaCoise might end up, well, LaCoise is already going to stay, but whether or not Seti and maybe one other creature will end up staying. Oh, this is just these are horrible decisions. But I think this is where we're going to end this part right here, you guys. We have so many things that happened this episode. A lot of our original creatures passed away. Dart is going to do her best to get all of the young ones all the way over to the port, ready to leave, because that's what happened when she was younger. All of her family pushed her onto the ports, and then she ended up rushing around, looking at a new place and being super excited. So now we have a lot of our older, or slightly older nichelings who are trying to figure out who will be able to go. And right now, I'm not sure. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, please let me know down in the comments. If you guys have ideas for who should stay, who should go, or for new names, please put them down in the comments as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!